Welcome to News in Alberta. This is Special Ed. Today we're looking at a cop that arrests a man for standing on the sidewalk in front of a church.
Sergeant Atwell stands by and does absolutely nothing to intervene as he watches Mr. Hartford's battery and having his gear fondled by the church leadership. Mr. Hartford relocated to the front of the church. Shortly after, Officer Elliot arrives on scene.
Hey, brother. Hey, come here and talk to me.
Hey, how you doing? Name and badge number, please.
You got an ID on you?
Name and badge number.
Elliot, 1099. Where's your ID, bro?
That's irrelevant. Have I committed a crime?
Yeah, you're trespassing. You're refusing to leave, man.
I'm on public property. This is the
You're on
sidewalk.
church property. Let me see your ID.
This is the sidewalk.
Let me see your ID.
I'll leave the full video in the description where you see the actual battery and grabbing of the camera by the pastor. Now this cop did nothing. He shows up, let me see your ID, you're on private property, when he's clearly on the sidewalk.
I need your ID or you're going to go to jail.
This is a sidewalk. I don't know what you're talking about.
Dude, I need your ID.
Okay. Maybe
You're going to give me your ID or you're going to go to jail?
I'm not going to give you my ID. I have no reason to.
Put your arm behind your back.
Though it is clear from the video that Mr. Hartford was on the public sidewalk, Officer Elliot now arrests him for criminal trespass.
I'm on the sidewalk, so I don't see why I'm being arrested.
Well, you're refusing to give me your ID. You have to identify yourself and all.
It's not a stop and ID state.
Now, he is right. If he hasn't broken the law, he does not have to give ID. In the States, you need reasonable, articulable suspicion of a crime. And in Canada, we have the same thing. It's just called reasonable grounds of a crime being committed.
What's your name? Why are you so upset at this church, man?
I'm not upset at that.
What are you doing out here?
I'm trying to make a theological point that I wasn't allowed to make on their property.
Are you one of the staff guys here? Okay. I think Sergeant Atwell called in about him. Yeah. I'll go talk to him instead. Come over here. Is he giving you lip?
We were having a Bible study.
You're having a Bible study?
I object to that.
To what?
Unreasonable searches and seizures.
Well, I've got a reason to detain you and arrest you right now for trespass, refusing to identify yourself.
Well, I was
You were on the church property. They called in about you, man. The part-time officer working.
I have it on
He's one of our sergeants. Yeah, I got it all on film too. You know what? This is at the camera too. Okay.
Get a new job, dude.
Okay.
So the sergeant called, stating that he wasn't property when he clearly wasn't. So the sergeant lied. And this guy's like, I have it all on camera too. What do you have on camera? That the guy is standing on the sidewalk?
You got a job?
Maybe.
I mean, you can go in there and talk to the pastor if you have a theological point you're trying to make.
There's a hard,
It's a very reasonable church. There's a bunch of cool guys there.
Perhaps Mr. Hartford would have considered it had the leadership member not have tried to stifle his First Amendment rights, both physically and now through the power of the state. Officer Elliot now explains to a member of the church that he himself attends there, which could be one of the deciding factors that led to Mr. Hartford's unlawful arrest for standing on a sidewalk.
Hey, I'm just gonna take it for trespassing. I go here, man. That's kind of ridiculous. Like,
yeah, I mean,
Pastor Frank and all those guys, they're extremely, they take to the dude. So would Chaplain, I can't remember the guy's name because I'm so frustrated with him right now, but, Delaney, like, they have no problem talking to him, but maybe he's got some kind of theological thing he wants to discuss.
well, he said, I think it was Pastor Frank told me that he came in and then just started trying to basically disrupt stuff and hand out pamphlets that teach the opposite, and a church can't
Of what the church teaches.
Yeah, you can't. A church is basically supposed to stamp that out anyway. I mean, because you can't have somebody come and saying, "Hey."
Did also Paul taught the opposite of what Jesus taught?
But I had no problem talking with him out here.
No, and I'm the same way, but he's already caused a problem. He's not leaving. He's like, I pulled around and he's like filming people walking in to the service. I'm like, this.
And he stopped recording. He stopped recording with me.
As soon as he saw me, he turned it off.
Or did he turn? I thought he turned it back on.
I think he turned it back on because he was like realized this was a confrontation kind of thing now.
But I mean,
I'm just gonna.
He didn't really want to explain to me what his doctrine was, what he wanted, what he taught. It's just he used a lot of vague platitudes, kind of like it's darkness in there, and it's darkness. I
hear that this guy was arrested because of the feelings of this cop. This cop goes to this church, so he arrested him for trespassing off the sidewalk. I hope this cop gets the shit sued out of him. Like, this is absolutely crazy.
tried to ask him, how you're saved, and what's, basically tell me how I can be saved.
I don't want women custody.
And it boiled down to works, is what he told me. Yeah. So what that means.
This church of all churches is open to discussion, but the way he's going about it is...
Well, it's a good sign that somebody's out here, really, because it says wherever truth is taught, Satan's going to send in his workers to disrupt. So it's a good sign when you're getting people that fight you.
Yeah, this is retarded, man.
I think is he a welder or something? Because it looks. He made that.
I got one man in custody over here at Calvary Chapel.
Another staff member at the church comes out to talk to the officer as he wraps up Mr. Hartford's sign.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, sorry about that. I was telling that, he's not even a staff member here. Yeah.
Go inside.
Yeah. Well, I think he was trying to talk to him, but try to get the guy to leave too.
Yeah.
And the guy was a real jerk. He's like filming, people walking in, and it's like, that sign is like the Apostle Paul teaches the opposite of what Jesus teaches. I'm like, and then he wouldn't even give me his name. He's like, I'm trying to have a theological whatever, discussion or something like that. And I'm just like, bro, of all churches, this church would be like open to a discussion, but like you went way past the line.
I hate being on this corner right here. Because it's a blind corner to a point, but what's funny is I was walking towards the back because it was like what he doesn't realize is Walgreens is our property. I'm a horrible person.
No.
Hey, thank you. Thanks for being cool.
Yeah, no problem.
Hey, by the way, Elliot, if you don't know, you guys need to pray here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if you're
I go to church here, so I don't care.
Okay. I thought you did.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
that's why I was kind of coming. I was like, all right, this guy messing with my church. Well, he's not gonna be doing that this morning because I can't come to church today because I gotta work. So he's not gonna be pissing off everybody else here that's at church trying to just serve and worship Jesus.
I was like, you're gonna make your paycheck today on your Instagram.
No, he doesn't have to, man. He should be able to just hang out at the church.
So this is my church, and he's not going to come disrupt my church. So the charges were false. The arrest was unlawful, all because that's it. This is his church, and nobody bothers his church.
Mr. Hartford was charged with criminal trespassing, though he never stepped foot on the church grounds. The charges were dropped rather quickly, but his sign and camera were held as evidence for nearly a year. He finally filed a pro se lawsuit under 42 U.S. Code, Section 1983, against Officer Elliot for unlawful search and seizure, deprivation of rights under color of law, unlawful arrest, and intentional slander. He later hired an attorney to finish the lawsuit and brought the city into it as well. Concerned with the amount of political power the churches have throughout the country, he recently agreed to settle for an undisclosed amount. He also gave up pursuing charges against the pastoral care minister, Darren Delaney. Neither he or any of the other church's staff or members have issued an apology or statement regarding the unprofessional behavior of their unhinged leadership member who gave credence to the term Darren when he violated the constitutional rights of a fellow citizen and used the power of the state to have him punished for exercising his freedoms. Many comments from the previous video questioned the meaning of Mr. Hartford's sign, and while they do not necessarily represent the views or opinions of the Lackluster channel, he has asked me to display the following screenshots to better explain its meaning. This is the third video I featured this week where the plaintiffs filed their lawsuits pro se, meaning for oneself on one's own behalf.
Now, the original video, like I said, is much longer. You can go check it out. The link will be in the description. Let me know what you think of this. What do you think this cop deserves? Was the lawsuit enough? I don't think so. I mean, they held his property for a year. This is so stupid. What do you think of this? Tell me in the comments of any story you've heard like this. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Now, I put a few books together with research that I had and essays that I wrote. Now, these are two of them. They're how to be auditors in Canada and the US. So you can check them out on Amazon, Kindle, Kobo, and other online sites. And please make sure that you buy the right one for your country. There's the Canada one and there's the US one. So please help support this page. Thank you.